together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now that looked like the Colin Kaepernick we got to know early in his career. Able to scramble and pick up a first down. We haven't seen as much of that in recent times.
Yeah, you know he's got the size to do it out of high school. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Ooh, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on fourth down.
Baldwin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play. We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
On first down, again, they go pro sides. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes left side, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carry now for Jordan Howard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
2nd down following the run. Again, it's Howard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Easy.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out it, but they'll say it's incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
On the handoff, Lynch fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. They set up the screen to Lynch. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown. Seattle. Marshawn Lynch, 78 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Easy.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. From the gun on third down, Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Completion left side to Miller. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
Here's a give to Lynch. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown Seattle. Braxton Miller, 28 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing now is Brady, escaping the pressure right. And he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the wideout in motion. Now Brady throwing on second down. It's caught by Mike Evans. 23 yards on the play. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the back goes into motion. Brady now on first down. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 27 yards that time. Good enough for an Oakland first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Brady. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
10 yards still left on second down. Again, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And it's hit down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. They set up the screen to Lynch. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Brady to throw on second down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. On third and long, it's Brady. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Oakland. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Brady will try again on second down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Vincent Jackson from 19 yards away. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll run again with Lynch. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The whole group of Raiders there that time helped bring him down. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
This is Lynch. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So 2nd and 10 here. Shotgun now for Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Brady. Serve.